Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to important maps they didn't teach you at school. I mean, in school we didn't really get taught maps anyway. You just see the map of the world. I don't really think you got taught certain maps. When I done geography, I don't think we done, unless I just can't remember, we didn't really look at maps for specific things. But maybe we did and I just can't remember. I don't know. But yeah, you know how much I love my map videos. It's a bit of a fetish for me. I don't know if fetish is the best word, but I enjoy them. They're quite fun to see, like, different statistics around the world. And I mean, yeah, people always seem to enjoy these kinds of reactions as well. So we're going to get into this one. Links are in the description to my Patreon. Save my Instagram and my Twitter for those who want to follow me. And save my new channel. Links are there for those who want to find any of those things. But let's jump into this one.
Everyone knows this. The world map. The one you've known since you were little. But throw in some colors and some symbols and this old map can show you the world as you've never seen it before. So let's take a look. The most popular sports in the world.
Let me just go here, because I feel like I'm going to block it with my screen. So, this is all football. Gaelic foot. Wait, that's bigger in... Oh no, that's the one where you use the stick things and you like... That's Gaelic football, right? I think. American football. Oh, in this one it actually just shows specific US states. That's quite interesting. Basketball, US states. This is Lithuania, right? With basketball here. And... Oh, you probably heard that. What country is this? The Philippines? Isn't the Philippines really high on basketball?
Popular sports in the world. See all this green? That's soccer, or football if you're from the rest of the world, which you probably already knew was the most...
China in archery? No, that's table tennis. Where's archery? Maybe it will show.
Popular sport in the world, by far. There are 50 countries in the world with professional soccer leagues, and an incredible 3.4 billion people tuned in to watch the 2018 World Cup final in Russia. And the red?
I don't
That's
understand
cricket,
how...
which spread...
Sorry for pausing it a lot. I don't understand how they can track 3.4 billion people. That seems very, very... I mean, I love football. That seems very high. Maybe they just sort of... I don't know.
Around the British Empire, along with tea drinking and good manners. Other mentions are purple, China's obsession with table tennis,
I like table tennis.
cream-colored Mongolia's taste for wrestling, Canada and Finland's ice hockey habit, and rugby's domination of New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. But mostly it's just soccer. 2016 Olympic results. So, if we're talking sports, who is the best? Well, here we can see prowess at the greatest sport meet of them all, the Olympics. The United States took a comfortable first place, getting gold in a staggering 46 events, ahead of the UK with 27 and China with 26. And
Wait, what happened with this Olympics? Wasn't it literally like the US won on the last day of the Olympics or something? Olympic. Oh. Table. I swear they literally won on the last day. What? Olympic Games Beijing. Is that the Winter Olympics? I should have probably put Tokyo. Yeah, I swear they won on the last day. Great Britain came fourth. Oh yeah, Japan came third, which is kind of wild to me because Japan sort of jumped up. See, I love tables and I was looking through previous years and Japan were never this high, so that was kind of surprising to me.
Worst country? That has to be India, who only had a silver medal in women's badminton and a bronze medal in women's wrestling to show for the efforts of 1.3 billion people. The same number as the Bahamas, with less than 400,000 people.
This is the infrastructure,
Map
right?
of imperial units. The United States is indeed a special country. In fact, it's so special that it's one of only 3 places to use the imperial system of measurements instead of the metric system. The only 2 other countries using pounds and feet instead of kilograms and meters are the paragons of progress, Myanmar and Liberia. Worldwide,
Liberia, US's little brother.
Driving orientation. At least the US is in the majority when it comes to the rules of the road. This map shows that most of the world drives on the right, as they should.
So the UK
as well as Japan and Indonesia, it's mostly the former countries of the British Empire that are driving in the wrong lane. Monarchies in the world. The British Empire also features strongly in this map, showing the remaining monarchies in the world. At one point, the British Empire governed...
Wait, I just want to see, it's not giving me enough time to look at it. Monarch is head of state. Wait, is this Saudi Arabia? Wait, the monarch is the head of state? Oh! Wait.
World. The British Empire also features strongly in this map, showing the remaining...
Wait, so this is actually the British Empire's monarchy? Oh! the fuck?
Monarchies in the world. At one point, the British Empire governed almost a quarter of the world's people and land area, here shown in red. In fact, the blue in this map shows all the countries invaded by Britain at some point in history. But since the pop supergroup Queen went out of fashion, well, queens have really gone out of fashion. As you can see, blue Australia, New Zealand, and Canada are yet to grow up and cut ties with their mother country, and it's only the few red countries in which the monarch has any real power. Educational backgrounds of world leaders. Speaking of leaders, this map shows the educational backgrounds of world leaders. What are the light purple countries? Those are the places where the head of state has a background in economics or business.
I remember seeing this one before.
The second most common category are the lawyers, shown in yellowy brown. You can also see the soldiers in red and the scientists in blue. How welcoming to foreigners. This map made by the World Economic Forum shows how countries welcome foreigners.
The UK is quite high, and I like that, but I feel like with the whole Brexit stuff, that's probably changed a lot, which is sad because I wish obviously Brexit didn't happen. I'm not going to get into politics, as I always say, but I feel like the shade of the UK is probably a bit lighter blue, to be honest, like after all this Brexit stuff.
You can see the lands of open arms in soothing blue and the countries of cold stares in hostile red. Surprisingly, famously friendly America,
bro. Red. But they really don't like other people, do they?
America ranks somewhere in the middle, behind the three most welcoming countries, Iceland, New Zealand, and Morocco. In deepest red are Bolivia, Venezuela, and Russia, the three places that really don't want to see you. Freedom of press. Here we can see that much of the world isn't very welcome to journalists either. The black and red countries show the places where the press certainly isn't free, and the orange shows where there are noticeable problems. It's only in the yellow and white countries where the situation is satisfactory or good, which includes countries like the United States and the UK. Average height for males by country.
I just want to see the black one. It's not really giving me much time. Black China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Sudan. Yeah, so I guess the news or whatever it is, the media, don't get many opportunities to change sort of the opinions of people. They have to sort of, like, it's just not, I guess, not good. Canada's white. I guess, well, yeah, white is the best, isn't it? New Zealand. What country is this? I can't see it. Then you got the Scandinavian countries, Iceland, Canada. So it's the northern countries, bar Russia, to be honest.
Average height for males by country.
Okay, this is
Here
for me.
we can see the world by height, with the Nordic giants in a healthy red, and the more vertically challenged people represented in blue. Prevalence of obesity.
But give me time to look at this, man. So 178 to 181 is the average in these countries. So I'm orange, to be honest. That's a bit depressing. To be fair, I'm the average in the UK, so I'll take it. 160. That's insane. What is it that led certain humans to be taller? Was it the cold? And I guess the warmer countries, well, India's warm, South American countries are warm, African countries are warm. These Asian countries, yeah, I guess it's just maybe warmer countries led to you not needing to be as tall. I don't know. That's
people
wild.
Represented in blue. Prevalence of obesity. After height comes width, and here we can find out the most obese countries in the world, which are shown in red.
These islands.
Twin North American fatties, the United States and Mexico, are joined by a helping of South Africa. There's lots of bad cholesterol in North Africa as well. Part of the reason for them is increased sedentary lifestyles and higher fat intakes. Opposite them, Asia has slimmed right down, ready for beach season. Speaking of gluttony, here we can see the hotbeds of sin in the United States.
It's a bit of a wild way to put it. They've slimmed down. Maybe it's just they've not got enough food. Jesus.
Speaking of gluttony, here we can see the hotbeds of sin in the United States. Everything is bigger in Texas, so it's no surprise they have the most fast food restaurants. California and the Northeast look pretty greedy, with both plenty of wealthy people and many living below the poverty line, while Florida and the Southeast are envious of the wealth around them, with high rates of theft. They're also pretty wrathful, with high rates of violence. Slothfulness is evenly spread, with lots of places spending plenty on entertainment and recreation relative to employment rates. And then there's the pride belt, all the way across the South, the aggregation of all the other sins, because pride is the root of all sin. Global distribution of atheists. Zooming back out, you can see China rejects all this moralistic thinking altogether, being by far the most atheistic country in the world, with Japan and parts of Europe being only slightly more keen on religion, with 10% or more of people identifying as atheists. World map of social networks. If you thought Facebook was taking over the world, you were right. This map shows the difference in social networks from 2009 to 2012.
Wait, what? What are these ones? Vcontacte. Are these like social networks in these specific countries? Odnoklasniki, Qzone, which I guess is like the Facebook in China, and Klub, which is that Pakistan? I don't know. It's just a lot of the Middle East, I guess, or not even the Middle East, just Asia here. And yeah, so is Facebook not in Russia or something? What the hell?
Parts of the world where Facebook is the biggest social network are in
Maybe
blue.
they are just
Though
not used
don't
to it.
ignore Qzone in China, VK in Russia, and everyone's favorite Iranian social networking site,
Iran.
Klub. I wonder how it's changed since. Map of the most common surnames in Europe. Zooming in now to look at the most common.
Bro, I love this sort of stuff. Hansen, Johansson. From Johansson. Yeah, Hansen, Johansson. I never heard this name. Kohonen. Smirnov. Isn't that the name of the vodka? Ivanov, Melik.
Surnames in
Nowak.
Europe. You can
Romania's
see
Popescu. De Jong. Yeah, I can see De Jong. Peters. Muller. St. Peters, that's me then. I'm Belgian. I mean, well, that's my last name, but...
some interesting things.
Nagy, yeah.
You have the
Or
Janssen,
Naj.
Jensen,
That's
and
Naj,
Johansson stretching across northern Europe, and the Novak heartland in the middle. And what is Borg doing down there in Malta?
isn't it? Rossi.
In proportion to population.
This is the most Greek name. Oh, if you follow football or soccer, you would know. This name, there's so many footballers with this name. Papadopoulos.
Doing down there in Malta. In proportion to population. You might enjoy this map, in which each square represents 1 million people. Asian
Oh,
giants
wow.
China and India are, well, ginormous in
This
proportion
is
to the
nuts.
rest of the world.
Look at Canada. The US, bro, the UK's looking bigger now. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Brazil. Yeah, Brazil looking big. But yeah, look at China and India. Look at Russia. I mean, yeah, you see the popular density, and yeah, it's wild. Even with the size of how big China and India are, they're still so big. Man, that's wild.
Total fertility rate map. If it sounds like there are too many people in the world, spend a moment on this map. Though you often hear of the impending disaster of overpopulation, here you can see fertility rates around the world. The purple bits aren't growing at all, and the parts in red are actually shrinking. Map by births and deaths. But still, there are a lot of people being born. 360,000 a day, 15,000 an hour, 250 a minute, 4 a second to be exact. So there's this map, charting births and deaths in real time. World air traffic. Also in real time is this rather beautiful map,
Look at Europe
showing all of
and
the flights in the
US,
world over the
man.
24 hectic hours.
Now you got
Notice that as
over
evening
China.
approaches, the traffic is predominantly from the US to Europe, and when
Yeah.
daylight comes, the traffic switches, and it's predominantly from Europe to the US. Most photographed places. Or you can see the world lit up by flashbulbs in this map, showing the world's most photographed places. 8 of the 10 most photographed places in the world are in Europe. We just can't stop
Wait, so is this like Paris for like the Eiffel Tower? Or maybe London for whatever? I guess.
in the world are in Europe. We just can't stop taking images of Europe. Lightning intensity map. If that didn't energize you, this might, because it shows where in the world the most lightning strikes are. Would you have guessed the middle of Africa gets more than anywhere else in the world?
What's black?
Shocking. The concentration in Central Africa
many
is
must there
explained by the
be?
fact that there's a higher frequency of lightning over land and on the equator, where it's the hottest. Land heats up faster than water, so there's greater atmospheric instability, leading to the formation of storms. World map of national IQ scores. According to the data by targetmap.com, here you can see the bright sparks of the world
UK's
by
quite
average
high.
IQ. Here's
I don't
another
know how, because I do not do the UK justice on this subject, but I'll tell you.
map by authors Lynn and Van Hanen in their 2006 book, IQ and the Global Inequality. You might be surprised to see that the US and Canada are, well, exactly the same. But both are comfortably outsourced by China and Japan. At the top of the class, Singapore and Hong Kong have
North
an
and
average
South Korea as
IQ
well.
10 points higher than the United States. Lactose intolerance. You might also be
Me.
surprised to learn
Me.
that much of the world doesn't do milk very well. In fact, about 65% of the world's adults are lactose intolerant. The dark blue countries are ones where more than 80% of people are lactose intolerant.
Why is there so many more people that are lactose intolerant in like Southern Africa, and then like the sort of Southern Americas, not just the Southern Americas, but like the lower parts. Then you got it here. Why? And then in Europe it's so much lower. That's so weird.
The 15 biggest milk drinking countries are all European. hence explaining why people from these nations are tolerant of lactose. Finland is the world
so they
champion
train
milk guzzler,
themselves.
the average Finn consuming almost a kilogram each day. Interestingly, 15% of the world's milk is sourced from animals other than cows, including goats, sheep, buffalo, camels, horses, and donkeys. Vegetarians and vegans by country. What India lacks in Olympic sportsmen, it makes up for in vegetarians, with more than any 1 in 10 Indians going without meat. In fact, among those who are carnivorous, most don't eat beef, which is why you won't find a Big Mac in India. They have the Maharaja Mac. Fossil fuel...
Do you see how Africa was literally just grey? There's no vegetarians here, bro. They want their meat. And a lot of Asia as well.
Mac. Fossil fuel energy consumption. If you care about the environment, you might want to avert your eyes from this map. As you can see, the world in which we live in isn't very green. It shows countries by fossil fuel consumption, with everything from
Surprised
orange
the US
to red
isn't
getting
one of
over
the higher
half their
ones.
energy from burning fossils. Israel burns brightest, getting
Actually, not burning fossils. I'm thinking about like driving, like, yeah. I guess actually that's a completely different topic.
more than 96% of their energy from fossilized plant matter that they pull out of the ground. Nuclear energy percentage of total energy use. An alternative to burning carbon is
What does that
nuclear
even mean?
power, and this map shows countries by how much of their electricity is nuclear. While here,
France?
you can
Fuck
see
me.
every nuclear power plant in the world, all 450 of them.
France, you need to chill. Like, we live near you. Please don't. God damn, France. I do not like the look of that.
Number of nukes. In a slightly less crowded field, here we see the nuclear powers of the world, with heavy hitter Russia blowing the roof off the world with its horde of more than 7,000 nuclear weapons, ahead of the United States and far ahead of the UK and France, who have a pitiful tally of less than 300 nuclear bombs. Billionaires on the planet. As you might expect, the US has more billionaires than anywhere else on the planet by a lot. There are around 540 billionaires in the United States, according to Forbes magazine, and almost 300 more than their closest rival, China. Thank goodness it's a communist country. Map by sunshine hours. If you want to live the good life, this map shows where to retire to find your place in the sun. If you hadn't heard, the Sahara Desert in Africa is great for sun lovers, while in northern Canada, you might want to leave your sunblock at home.
And the UK is literally, well, where I live in the UK is literally like one of the worst. Yeah, it's one of the worst. Oh, yeah, it is one of. It's the second worst where I live. Yeah, it's bad for us, man. Feel for us, but I wouldn't want to be where it is red either. No way. I mean, that would just be absolute hell.
Boom.
I like a bit of
Where to be
darkness
born
sometimes.
index. And finally, the world is a big place. So where would you want to be born? I would suggest choosing one of the blue parts of the map, which are the parts of the world that provide the best chance at a good life, according to The Economist magazine. They factor in wealth, life expectancy, political freedom, job
The UK
security,
is not actually one of
climate,
the higher
security,
ones.
community, and gender equality to estimate the best opportunities for a healthy, safe, and prosperous life. The
Chile
red
gets
parts,
better
well,
than the UK.
let's just say that it might be better to gasp your first breath in Norway than Nigeria. Do you like or dislike any of these maps?
Interesting video. Again, always find the map ones quite fun to see. You need to show more respect to other countries, not just the US. Wait, what? This doesn't even focus on the US. This is just a general video. I like how he said China is the most atheist country by far, while in Czech Republic, around 80% of the population is atheist. God damn. Bro, why do people get so angry? America is special because they use pounds. That is pounds, right? I don't even fucking know. It's mostly the British Empire who are driving in the wrong lane. Bro, why do you care so much? Why do people... Bro, you should comment sometimes just make me laugh, bro. You're probably like a middle-aged woman or middle-aged man with 2 kids and you're getting pressed by some YouTube video that's being a little bit biased and something that's not even that deep. Oh man, the world never fails to amaze me. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. If you want more of this stuff, let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.